everyone, welcome back to Talk Ema. I'm Emily, and I'm really happy you are here with us today to learn simple English you can actually use in real life without fear or stress.
And I'm Jack. This podcast is for people who want natural English, not difficult grammar book English. So if you enjoy learning with us, please like this episode and subscribe to Talk Ema.
Okay, let's relax and start slowly with a very easy word called do, which we use in daily life when we talk about habits and simple true things.
Yes, do is very friendly and simple. For example, we say, do you work or do you live in the city? And people just answer naturally without thinking about grammar rules.
Like if someone asks, do you like music? You can simply say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. And that sounds natural and correct in real life.
And when we talk about one person like he or she, we use does. For example, does she work here? And the answer is yes, she does. Very simple pattern, just a small change.
Imagine you meet a new person and ask, does your brother live here? It feels natural and polite, not like a grammar test, just real conversation.
Now let's talk about the past word did, which many learners feel scared of, but it is actually very easy because it only means something already happened.
For example, if I ask, did you eat breakfast today? You can answer simply yes, I did, and you don't need to add anything more.
And if you think about your past, like your first English class, you can say I was shy or I didn't feel confident, and that is natural English too.
So remember, we don't need to memorize heavy rules. We just learn simple patterns and use them again and again in real life.
Exactly. And now, before we finish, did you eat breakfast today?
Yes, I did, and I feel ready and happy to continue learning English with everyone here at Talk Ema.
Good. And that answer came naturally because you were feeling the meaning, not thinking about grammar rules in your head.
Exactly, and that is the secret of speaking English smoothly because real conversation is about feeling and reacting naturally.
Now let's look at did, which we use when we talk about something finished in the past, like yesterday or last night.
For example, did you watch TV last night? And you can answer, yes, I did it. Or no, I didn't. Very easy and natural.
Many learners make a small mistake and say, did you went there? But in real English, we say, did you go there? Because did already shows the past.
Yes, the verb stays simple after did. And when you practice this pattern many times, your brain slowly starts using it naturally.
Imagine two friends talking in the morning. One asks, did you finish your homework? And the other says, no, I didn't. I watched movies instead.
That sounds real and human because English is not only grammar, it is also emotions, memories, and daily life experiences.
Now think about your childhood and your old school days. Then ask yourself, did I enjoy English class back then?
Maybe your answer is, no, I didn't. And that is completely okay because being honest in English makes your speaking stronger and more real.
You can also say, I didn't understand English before, and that sentence is not weak at all. It shows courage and progress.
Let's practice together now, Jack. Did you call your friend yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Did you feel nervous before speaking English?
Yes, I did.
Did you give up?
No, I didn't.
Very nice. And remember, we say I didn't go, not I didn't went, because did already carries the past feeling.
Now let's make this more personal. Did you smile today? Did you learn something new? Did you try even a little?
Those questions feel warm because English becomes powerful when it connects to your real life and emotions.
And sometimes we use did to show surprise or strong feelings, like, wow, you did amazing, when someone does something brave or unexpected.
Imagine your shy friend suddenly speaks English confidently and naturally. You smile and say, "You did amazing," and that feels encouraging and kind.
Learning English is an emotional journey because it includes fear, mistakes, confidence, growth, and many small victories.
Exactly. And now we understand something important. We use do and does for today and daily life, and did for the past and finished moments.
When learners understand time clearly, they also start feeling more confident because they can finally see their progress and change.
But many learners still feel nervous while speaking because all the words mix together in their minds and suddenly they become silent.
Yes, that moment is very common. You know the words, but your mouth stops moving because you are thinking too much.
That's why real English is not about being perfect. It is about choosing words naturally and continuing the conversation without fear.
So let me ask you something simple again. Do you drink coffee every day?
Yes, I do.
Now listen carefully, Emily. Do you drink coffee every day?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now I change only one thing. Did you drink coffee yesterday?
Yes, I did.
See how the topic stays the same, but the time changes completely? That is how real English works in daily life.
Exactly. And when people speak naturally, they usually do not think about grammar rules. They simply feel if the moment is about now or about before.
If it is about daily life or something general, we use do or does. And if it is about something finished in the past, we use did.
Simple idea, but very powerful because your brain starts focusing on time and meaning instead of fear and grammar pressure.
Imagine a busy morning. You wake up late, grab your bag, and rush outside while your friend asks, do you eat breakfast every day?
And maybe you answer, "Yes, I do, usually." But then your friend asks, "Did you eat breakfast today?" And you laugh and say, "No, I didn't."
Same person, same breakfast, but different time. And that is real English conversation.
Now listen to these two sentences carefully. I don't understand English, and I didn't understand English before.
The feeling is completely different because the second sentence sounds hopeful and full of progress.
Yes, did helps us talk about change, growth, and the journey we already passed through.
So let me ask you something personal, Emily. Do you feel confident speaking English now?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And I think that is a very honest answer.
But if I ask, did you feel confident before? Then the answer becomes easier.
No, I didn't. And that difference shows how much progress can happen slowly over time.
Many learners mix present and past together and say things like, did you understand English now? Which sounds strange in natural conversation.
Because now is present time, so we should say, "Do you understand English now?" But if we change the time word, then "Did you understand English then?" sounds correct.
Time words are like little traffic signs because they guide your English in the right direction.
Let's play a quick game together. You are sitting in a cafe and someone asks, "Do you like tea?"
Then later, someone asks about yesterday and says, did you like the tea? Same idea, different time feeling.
Or maybe your friend studies English every day, so we ask, "Does she study English every day?"
But when we talk about last year, we ask, did she study English last year? And suddenly the conversation moves into the past.
Now imagine a learner named Sarah. She is studying English now, so we ask, "Does Sarah make mistakes?"
Yes, she does, because everyone makes mistakes while learning something new.
And if we think about last year, we can ask, did Sarah make mistakes?
Yes, she did, but the important question is this. Does Sarah give up?
No, she doesn't. And that answer changes everything because confidence grows when people continue trying.
Questions are powerful because they help people connect naturally instead of only memorizing vocabulary.
You can ask, do you enjoy learning English and it feels friendly? Or did you enjoy your trip and it feels caring and warm?
Good English is not about sounding smart all the time, it is about sounding human and real.
And short answers are actually very strong and confident because they are clear and easy to understand.
Like, I do, no, I don't, yes, she does, or no, I didn't. These small answers sound natural in everyday life.
Sometimes learners panic and say yes to everything, even when they do not understand the question.
That is normal, and confidence comes slowly with practice, patience, and real conversations.
Here is a simple trick. Before you speak, quietly ask yourself, is this about life in general or something finished already?
If it is general, use do or does. If it is finished, use did. Your mouth will slowly start following your thoughts naturally.
Let's hear one more real conversation. Do you work here?
Yes, I do.
Did you work here last year?
No, I didn't.
Does your manager speak English?
Yes, she does.
Did she help you?
Yes, she did.
That sounds calm, simple, and real because this is how people actually speak in daily life.
And if you are listening right now and suddenly thinking, oh, this finally makes sense, then hold on to that feeling because it matters.
Don't rush yourself and don't chase perfection too hard because English grows slowly, just like confidence.
Every small understanding helps your speaking become more natural and more comfortable over time.
And little by little, your English stops sounding nervous and starts sounding calm, clear, and full of flow.
That is the moment when speaking English finally becomes enjoyable.
You know, Jack, something feels different now because earlier we were explaining grammar, but now it just feels like a normal conversation between friends.
Exactly. And that is the real goal of learning English because when grammar disappears, communication starts feeling natural and alive.
Many learners tell me something very honest. They say, Asta, I understand English when I listen, but when I try to speak, my mind suddenly freezes.
And most of the time, that problem is not about grammar at all. It is fear, because people become scared of making mistakes, and that fear blocks their confidence.
So let me ask you something important. Do you make mistakes when you speak English?
Most people answer yes, and that is completely normal, because every learner makes mistakes while growing.
But here is the better question. Did you stop learning because of those mistakes?
If your answer is no, then you are already stronger than you think, because mistakes are not the real enemy, silence is.
When people speak their native language, they do not stop and think about grammar rules. They simply speak and express feelings naturally.
English should slowly start feeling the same way, simple, relaxed, and connected to real life instead of fear.
For example, if I ask, do you like music? Or does music help you feel calm? Or did music help you during difficult times? You understand naturally without thinking too hard.
That is because language is about meaning and emotion first, not only grammar rules.
Now listen to these two sentences carefully. I don't speak English well. And I didn't speak English well before.
The second sentence feels hopeful because it shows progress, change, and growth over time.
Yes, One small word can completely change the feeling of a sentence.
Let's make a small life story together using only do, does, and did. Do I feel nervous speaking English? Yes, I do. Did I feel even more nervous last year? Yes, I did. Do I understand more now? Yes, I do.
That is real growth. And growth becomes the biggest motivation for learners.
And something funny happens too. When learners finally understand did, they start using it everywhere.
Yes, suddenly they ask things like, did you eat? Did you sleep? Did you finish? All day long.
But honestly, that is okay because using English too much is better than staying silent and afraid.
Here is a powerful habit. Start talking to yourself in English every day with small and simple questions.
For example, do I understand this podcast? Yes, I do. Did I understand everything? No, I didn't. Does that mean I failed? No, it doesn't.
That kind of self-talk slowly builds confidence inside your mind.
And suddenly, English starts becoming part of your real daily life at work, with family, and with friends.
You can ask things like, do you work today? Did you work yesterday? Does your sister call you often? Or did she call you last night?
Those simple questions connect directly to real human life, and that is when English becomes useful and meaningful.
The most important thing to remember is this. You do not need perfect sentences. You only need clear intention and the courage to communicate.
If people understand your meaning, then your English is already working successfully.
Some learners wait forever because they think, I will speaks when my English becomes perfect.
But perfect English never truly arrives because fluency grows from speaking imperfectly again and again.
And honestly, do, does, and did are some of your first real tools for building conversations naturally.
So right now, quietly answer these questions inside your mind. Do you enjoy learning English? Did this lesson help you? Does English feel a little less scary now?
If even one answer is yes, then that progress matters more than you think.
You do not need fast speaking or difficult vocabulary. Slow, clear, and honest English is already powerful.
Do you want to improve your English?
Yes, you do, and that small desire is enough to keep moving forward.
Progress grows slowly, and patience is part of the journey.
So if you are listening alone right now, maybe late at night or during a quiet morning, remember that many learners feel exactly the same way you do.
They felt confused before. They are learning now, and little by little, they are becoming stronger and more confident every day.
And tomorrow, your English can become even better than today.
If this conversation helped you feel calmer and more comfortable with English, please like this episode and subscribe to Talk Ema because it really helps us continue making slow, friendly, and real English lessons for you.
And always remember this, you do not need perfect English to start speaking, you just need the courage to begin.
We will keep learning together here on Talk Ema, and we will see you again in the next conversation.